It's not Allison's order. Good evening, everyone. We'll be getting started in just a minute. Send out any last minute text to everyone. Let them know we will be getting started. Got some more corporate updates and all that, which is good. And a lot of good things happening. We'll be getting started in just a minute.
How you doing this evening, Chris?
Wonderful, thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
Good evening, good evening. Let me see if Ricky is here yet.
I can't tell, but it's smoking over here.
Now, Ricky and I just got off of the Fab 90 call. Ricky Duran, are you out there, brother? All right, I guess I will start with the updates prior to Ricky jumping on board. So, just to let everybody know, to basically take the ease off of customer service, what we have is a Google form that Marcy Kavanaugh had followed what Brittany and Joseph Beck have been doing. I know that Jennifer Marsh was doing the same thing. And what we're doing is people that have any shipping orders, we have the Google form where you can put your information in there. I believe most, I think most are like even my auto ship today came in. That was from the 19th. Yesterday, you're asking what's the Fab 90? It's the Founders Advisory Board, and they're calling it 90 because it's a 90-day advisory board, and then they will vote in new members to the advisory board. So when I say Fab 90, it's the Founders Advisory Board, where Ricky, myself, Mark and Judy Wilson, Shanna, along with the Garcias and the Gambronis and Gambrionis and West, Benson, Donnie Walker, a bunch of us are on that board. So what it boils down to is we are having daily updates with corporate to know where we are, so where we can communicate that to you. So where you know where we stand, so you're not like going, what is going on, what is going on? I want to let anyone know that if anyone was overcharged on shipping, let's just use Canada for an example, is going to be $7.50, and there's like a handling fee. So if you were charged more than that, they are aware of it, and they will refund you, and you do not have to worry about sending in anything to get that refund. Let me mute the phone because. So with that being said, we do not have to send in information saying, oh, I was overcharged on the shipping, and because there were some crazy numbers that were popping up. So someone has asking me to say that again. So what it boils down to is that some people in Canada were being charged too much money, like it was just charging random amounts of money, anything from $20 to $50 for people to get their orders in Canada, which is incorrect. They're actually going to be charged roughly around $8 and something, right, with the $1.50 handling fee. So I believe it'll be roughly, right at $9. Let's just call it that. So the shipping has started to go out on the Canadian orders. I know that some people didn't have patches in their kits. They're aware of that, and the patches are being shipped out separately. Robert had made the decision this week that if people have not gotten their order, and they've been pending since, many people were pending since the very end of March due to the issue. I know some people have heard, the numbers being 5,000. Some people heard the 800, and what it boils down to is the original 5,000 orders that the labels were printed up and then not shipped out. We're down to 800 as of Monday. I don't know what they are down to now, but what I will let you know is that all of the shipping, if it was late, it's being shipped out again, even if it has already showed up at this point. They were like, we're not going to sit here and go back and forth and have people freaking out about not having product. We'll just reship it if we have to and take a hit on it. So everything is being shipped out. If they were in that batch of orders that they didn't know, where they were. So if they didn't know where they were, they're actually being shipped out again. So with that being said, they have a massive goal, and Janine was on our call today twice. There was another update call. And what she shared is that, their goal is to basically not only turn the ship around, but have some of the best customer service out there. And she says, we have a lot to make up with that, and we have a lot of ground to cover. But there are things that are happening on a day-to-day basis, which are making things look better and better and better. I'm hearing of many people whose orders were even saying that they were going to be here next week, that the orders were showing up as early as yesterday. Like I had one of my personals that his order was showing via the tracking number showing up later on, and actually showed up yesterday. So that is a good thing. Those are some of the things that are being taken care of. Again, guys, customer service is doing everything that they can. And, what we're being shared is that some people are being extremely ugly with customer service, even though that they're trying to help. And, unfortunately, people need to voice all of the things that are wrong to customer service instead of saying, hey, this order needs to be corrected, and having that, they want to spend 20 minutes on the phone telling customer service all the things that are terrible, right? Or this isn't acceptable, and it's not this and that. And believe me, they know that, we know that. So if we can coach not only the team, but our customers that, customer service is doing what they can. It's not their fault the orders didn't ship. So yelling at them or, treating them ugly doesn't fix the problem, right? So let's just try to be mindful of that. And I want to share this because, guys, we have the ability through our company to earn shares in the company. And many of us have already earned shares in the company. When you hit the gold position, you start to earn shares at the platinum. You get more shares. And all the way up through the comp plan. So if you're planning on being a leader with our company and you're planning on being here for the long haul and you want to be a part of what we're doing, take ownership of our company. Take ownership with what you're a part of. And when you take ownership, you deal with things in a certain fashion. That might be different than when you're blaming someone else. So, are there some things that I wish were going differently? Absolutely. But what I'm not doing is attacking or basically getting all bent out of shape on things that I can't control. So I would just, if you're planning on being here for the long haul, take the ownership platform. Like, hey, this is my company. I own this company. And unfortunately, I've owned other businesses, and sometimes things are out of your control, and you want things to go a certain way and they don't. And you can't just quit. Like I've had jobs when I owned a construction company that just totally went away that we didn't want them to go. And, we had to make it right. And, my whole point is just take ownership in the way that you handle things in this. So with that, let me see. Again, I've shared this over and over and over. Some people just cannot take the stress of dealing with these challenges, even though that I believe we are right there on the edge of the challenges. I've already seen this week since our Monday call, things that have been corrected. So some people, if you cannot handle the stress and you cannot handle going through all these things and everything not being perfect, this might not be the time for you to be a part of this. And that's just, let's be real, right? If it's creating so much stress and anxiety where you feel like you're blowing up and, going crazy on people, like maybe you need to step back and wait for things to be perfect before you press the gas again. I mean, that's as real as we can be. Let me make sure that, because I wrote notes on top of notes. I believe I covered a lot of that stuff. Ricky, are you out there yet? Also, I know that people, and I got a couple emails on this, and Ricky got some emails on this as well and was talking to some other leaders in the team. And they had recommended that, we love the shareable packs. We love the idea of the shareable packs, but some people might still want to get the happier pack or the happiest pack. So it was a recommendation as of earlier today, and we're going to be working through that. I know that Mark was in communications with them, and we are working towards adding those as well. And what we'll do is we'll cut the BV in half, because the reason why they had to change that whole plan and the way that was working is because with the commissions they were basically paying and what they were giving product-wise, it was costing the company well over 60% of the volume. So what we're going to do is, and what was recommended was to cut the BV in half on that. So if somebody buys a $4.99 or a $9.99, you would get half of that volume, and they're still going to pay 50% of that paid out 5 levels deep as well. So that is what is in the works. So you're getting paid half the volume, but you're getting paid on the whole amount, right? Which means if it's $500, it's going to be $250 spread out within 5 levels. If it's the $1,000 kit, it's going to be $500 that's going to be paid out between the 5 different levels, and you will get 500 BV. So you will get 500 BV plus it'll pay out $500 throughout the comp plan. So that is something that's in the mix. Don't think that's going to happen this week, but that is something that we are working on and pushing forward on. I also want to share that there is going to be a change in the way that our training systems are being done, from a sense of SOS trainings and all of that. I think we're going to be more focused on, say, Super Saturdays, one-day trainings, and they're going to be either very, very, very inexpensive or free. And we're not sure exactly what that means. Will it be $20 or will it be free? We're not sure yet, but many of the leaders have been talking to corporate about, like, all right, many of us were talking about traveling around, and it didn't make sense when we're traveling around for SOSs for us to be in a training for 2-3 days gone and all that, and we're not out there building our business at the same time. We're basically in a room and we're really not getting to connect with our team the way that we'd want to, being in a training all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and Friday night. So with Larry Thompson's recommendation on what they did with Herbalife, the company has decided to shift gears a little bit over. So if someone has paid for an SOS training or the ePass and such, they're going to work out a system to where you will be either refunded or I don't know the details to be able to give it, but if you've already bought an ePass or whatever, don't worry about it. You will be taken care of from that perspective. But the company wanted to have the leaders in the teams going out, traveling around, and helping to do the training. So that is part of the focus on what they're wanting to do. And Larry Thompson, that was part of his recommendation. For those of you that don't know who Larry Thompson is, he was the co-founder of Herbalife. And one of the people that started these whole training models as well. And originally when they started them, it was meant to be either free or very, very inexpensive. And what Robert doesn't want is to people feel like, all right, for me to go be successful, I have to keep spending a bunch of money on trainings where, you know, if you're building your business, building the company's business, then it should be to where, you know, it's affordable for everyone and people won't be able to not say that I can't go. And what we were seeing is that people were making a decision based on, do I want to go to an SOS or do I want to go to the big corporate event? And this is the reality of things. The corporate event creates that glue that there's nothing that'll replace it. What we saw and what we experienced at this last corporate event, and I mean, it was like an unreal family reunion where there was so much love being shared, and so many people got so much closer, and such a great connection through that whole process. So just want to let you guys know, because a lot of people are, can you keep the, what is that? Let me see. All right. I see that, Shane. That is funny. So with that being said, that's the direction that we wanted to go. And why are we wanting to go the direction? Because one, we want to be able to go out there and travel and connect with you guys. And we want to be able to help you all build this and not have any reasons on why you can't do it or what it's going to cost or anything like that. So that is the whole purpose of us doing that. I'm sure it's going to be announced on the corporate side. So don't go put anything on Facebook or anything like that about anything until the company actually puts out. If you do, I'm not going to appreciate it because I'm giving you guys information before it's being let out. So if you go out and start posting it on Facebook and all that stuff, then we're going to have to see that, all right, we can't share stuff with the team because they're going to go out and blast it all over the place. So everyone use some discretion there. Do not go out and blast it on Facebook. Please, if you're going to share it with anybody in the team, please let them know. This is not something that you want to call customer service about and say, what are we going to do about this? I bought a ticket for that. I bought a ticket for that. We will be announcing this, and we will be, I'm not sure who that is. But at any rate, we will be going into, now my brain just, we will be giving you guys notifications on how that is going to work because we don't know as of right now, and I'm sure customer service doesn't either. So please do not call them over that. Talk to your upline leader, someone in your support team. Also, I want to make a little observation I've noticed. Sometimes people, when they go in the team page and somebody might make a photo of like, hey, my product showed up. And then other people will start commenting on there, well, mine hasn't yet. How long has yours been? And then it turns into like a neg fest, right? It turns into a negative fest on the team pages. So if we would, when we're talking about things that might not be 100% where we want them to be, like, you know, when we're still waiting on orders, if we could please not bring that into the team pages, because we're trying to keep people in a positive fashion. And the amazing thing that I've noticed and other leaders have noticed and we're talking about is that when somebody posts something like that in the team page, I mean, it's like cancer and it spreads faster than positive news. We could say everyone on the team won the lottery and they would basically probably comment on that slower than they will when a negative comment comes up or something that can jump on the bandwagon and talk negative. It's an amazing thing. Guys, just pay attention. If you go on Facebook and you watch different things that people post, my dog got hit by a car, this happened, that happened, and it's a negative thing, oh my God, there's 5,000 comments on it and people go crazy. And they're just like, pouring into that thing. Or somebody does something bad to them or whatever. People just gravitate to that stuff. It's crazy. But you can say, hey, you know, today I was awarded this, and you might have 5 comments. You say something negative, 500 comments. It's crazy. So guys, let's be mindful of that. As leaders in this arena, we want to make sure that we're only putting out positive stuff to people, where we're only sharing information to where you're that type of person that people are attracted to, because when you walk in, people know that they're going to get a positive vibe, that they know that they're going to get great energy from you, and it's not going to be the Eeyore type stuff, right? We have Tiggers and we have Eeyores, right? Don't be an Eeyore. Be a Tigger. Tigger's always fired up. He's always excited. He's always putting out a good energy. But Eeyore's like, oh, you know, Eeyores, and we have Chicken Littles and all those friends. You know, the sky is falling, right? So we get to decide what type of person we are and be mindful of it. And have I ever been on the other side? Yes. Do I have to catch myself when I start going there? Yes. So it is a job and it is a work. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to work at staying positive at all times, right? Because people are buying our energy. And this is why, like, when we're building a business and we're attracting people, freaking enthusiasm or just ignorance on fire is way better than knowledge on ice. You could be just ignorant, like, I don't know. All I do know is I drink this stuff and I feel great, right? What's in it? All kinds of good stuff that make you feel great. And you just are just ignorance on fire, and people are attracted to you. They want to be a part of what you're doing. And guys, we've watched this, and as the team has grown, like, a lot of people have joined just because they jump on the Zooms. They see the excitement. They see the energy, and they're like, I don't know what in the hell these people are doing, but I want to be a part of it. And guys, when we were building the last business, we did a lot of home parties. You know, from 2010 to 2015, I mean, I was in people's homes all the time. And I could tell you that when people came into those parties, a lot of times, I remember we had parties with literally, I remember my buddy's house had 150 people in his living room and kitchen combined. I mean, there was people everywhere. And people walked in and they were like, I can't even hear what they're saying in the front of the room, but whatever it is, I'm in. Because they wanted to be around that energy. They wanted to be around that fire. People are looking for people that are thinking differently than the masses. People are looking for leaders to lead them and to be positive. So my whole point with this, guys, is that you get to decide what type of person that you project out there to attract the type of people that you're looking for. And the unfortunate thing, as well as the good thing about this business, is that you attract who you are. That is the good thing about it. The bad thing about it is you attract who you are. So if you are not that positive, upbeat, fired up person, guess what? You're going to attract people just like you. So if you're complaining or you're bitching, and then all of a sudden you have all these people that are bitching and complaining, sometimes you have to look in the mirror and you have to start listening to your words and say, what energy am I putting out there? Am I attracting people to me based on the way that I, am acting? And guys, you've heard a lot of act as if. You've heard a lot of, you want to basically put out a certain energy to where you start attracting. Guys, it is so imperative that you basically start visualizing what you want your life to look like, how you want your business to be, and how if you were to go to look at, like, let's just say, for instance, your leader, your upline, or whoever it is above you is not the type of leader that you would look at, right? Or the type of leader that you would want to be. Guys, don't focus on that. Focus on you becoming that person that you would want to follow. Focus on you creating the mindset, the thought process, the energy that you're putting that out to where when people see you, they're like, I want to be like that person. I want to be like her. I want to be like him. And guys, if you do that, you're not going to worry about what your upline is or isn't doing. And if you want to be edified in this business, all you have to do is love on other people and support them and believe in them before they believe in themselves. And in doing so, guys, you will be loved more than you've ever possibly imagined. Because you know what? So many people in this business, and we talk about the 6 basic human needs. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did a video on this, and I posted it on the team or on the Mindset Matters page that I have on Facebook. And I did it based on the 6 basic human needs. And every one of us will operate based on making sure that we feel significant. 1, certainty, uncertainty, love, connection, right? These are all basic human needs. So if you start treating people the way that you would want to be treated, you will feel significant because they're going to tell you how great you are. If you want to basically feel love and connection, give love and connect with other people. So as we go out there and do the things that we want to experience, people will start feeding that into you. So I just wanted to share that. So guys, we've been talking a lot with the leaders, and we've been talking about going back to the basics, because all we did to go out and build this thing was create an environment where people felt loved, they felt connected, they felt significant, and they felt like it was a place where they can grow. And then we quit talking so much about the simplicity of the system. So what is the system? Guys, we're talking about a very simple conversation. And instead of me going over it, let me pull on a couple leaders and have them talk about it. Shane, do you want to share a little bit? What is the conversation that we're having with people? Way to throw you on the spot while you're on the side of the pool.
Yeah, it's pretty noisy here, guys. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
The basic message is just really go out and love on people. And, we all got into this business because we trusted somebody that introduced something to us, and we were attracted to that core value of integrity and trust and honesty and doing the right thing. And that's what attracted us at the very beginning. And hopefully that duplicates as we continue to build as a team and keep on building in depth with the exact same thing. And that is just duplicate that layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. And if we do that, there's no question at all that what's going to happen is something just so amazing and so profound just by doing that one simple thing, and that's being good with your heart. So that's my
what is the first thing you say when you start the conversation to talk to somebody about coffee?
It changes every single time. But usually it has to do. Well, I'll give you an example. Today at 3 o'clock, I was going to meet somebody. They were drinking a coffee and yawning, and I said, "Are you okay? You feeling okay?" She goes, "No, I'm tired." I said, "It's 3 o'clock and you're drinking a coffee. How come you're tired?" "Well, I'm always tired." I said, "Really? What if I had something that might help you with that?" He goes, "Have a cup of coffee in the morning. It'll take you right through the whole day. Would you be interested in that?" Yes, I would. It was just caring. It was just caring on somebody. And asking.
All right, Shane just froze up. I'm not sure what happened there.
Could you hear him? Because I couldn't hear a word he was saying.
A little bit. At any rate, he froze up. So I'm going to jump out to Colt, throw him right in the fire. Colt, you out there, brother? I see you, so I know you are.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Awesome. Conversation. How do you bring it up? How do you talk about it?
My coffee conversation?
How do you talk to somebody about coffee? I mean, come on. Coffee. How do you bring that up? It's so hard to talk about.
You drink coffee.
Wait,
you like to be
what?
happy.
Do you drink?
Oh my gosh, Chris, I do what you told me about 6-7 months ago. Dude, do you drink coffee? Do you like to be happy? Oh my gosh, you got to try that. I've been doing the same thing. Have you heard about Happy Coffee that everybody's talking about? No, what is it? If I send you a 3-minute video, will you watch it? Boom. That interested. Okay, what's your address? I'll send you a sample.
Boom, that's it. Guys, did y'all hear that? Did you hear how complicated that was? I mean, do you think if you heard that 500 times, you might be able to memorize it? Guys, this is a very, very simple conversation. You heard Colt. He said, "Do you drink coffee?" Yes. "Do you like to be happy?" Yes. "Have you heard about the Happy Coffee everyone's talking about?" "No, what is that?" "Oh my God, if I sent you a 3-minute video, would you check it out?" By the way, I don't know where the video is now. I thought it was on our homepage of our website, websites, and I don't know where it is now. So I got to figure that out. And I know it's supposed to be on our page. So, hey, if I sent you
I think it's phildose.com now.
Where is it at?
Or PhilDose. On that PhilDose.com.
Okay.
On the shareables, it has that PhilDose.com, and you can / your name. It has it on.
Go over there earlier, and I didn't see it. In fact, I'm going to go look at it right now as we're talking. because this morning I went over that script with somebody and then they go to share it and they're like, where's the 3-minute video? And by the way, where is it on Field Dose?
I have to look, but I can't look while I'm on this.
Yeah, it's not up there yet.
Okay, I know that
So it's not.
now it was up in a couple places. So guys, maybe we either need to find out where it is, the 3-minute video, or maybe not say if I sent you a 3-minute video. We can send them one of the YouTube videos that we did on the like one of the Zooms that we did. That's another one that can be sent. I know that there's a few of those on my YouTube page, so I can find one and get that down. And if not, if we have to upload that 3-minute video onto some link to where we can send to people, we'll do that. But that is the script. Yes, ma'am.
This is Kim. I usually send people to, or I actually copy the link from the Dose video off of Elevate Your Life, the YouTube channel, because it doesn't have anybody's links to it. So I just send the Dose video, copy the link, and send it in text, email, or messenger.
Donna Myers just sent it to me. It's on YouTube. She found one. So we'll see about posting that up, Kim, if you have the one, if you want to post it up just where people have a video. So guys, we're getting back to the basics of what is it that we do. It's simply, hey, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? Hey, do you know anybody drinks coffee? Yes, everybody drinks coffee. Do you know anybody likes to be happy? Well, of course, everybody wants to be happy. These are different variations. We have one rule in this whole process. Are y'all ready for it? It is be normal. Don't be a weirdo. Guys, people don't want their friends to all of a sudden turn into weirdos and become like sales gurus trying to sell a bunch of products based on a bunch of information and all that. They don't want that. Be normal. Use your language to say the same thing. If you talk a certain way, keep it the same way, but get across the same point, right? Have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's talking about? There's a reason why when we set that script up that it's said a certain way, and it's because there's multiple little NLP triggers, which means the neuro-linguistic programming that are little tools of influence. When you say the happy coffee everyone's talking about, subconsciously it makes them want to find out about it if they haven't heard about it. So then they're asking you versus you going, hey, you got to go look at this. They're going to say, happy coffee? No, I've never heard of that. What is it? And then now you have permission to give them information. So Kim McLean just put up a post. Dana just put up a post. See that? More people know where the videos are than I do. That's crazy. So with that being said, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? Next is, if I sent it to you, would you watch it? Yes, awesome. When do you think you'll have a whole 3 minutes? Now this is setting up your follow-up. And when you say, hey, when do you think you'll have a whole 3 minutes? It sounds like 3 minutes. It's only 3 minutes. Most people will go, I can go watch it right now. So you go, great, I'll call you back in 10 minutes. So again, don't be a weirdo, be normal. Talk your language. Use what we're saying right now and just make it in your words, but keep the format the exact same, if that makes sense. So then what you're going to do is you're going to say, great, I'll call you back in 10 minutes. If they say, I'll watch it right now, or call them back in 5 minutes. And then what you do is when you call them back, you say, did you check out the video? Guys, when the app comes out, it'll do it all for you. It's going to tell you they watched it. You'll be able to send it right from your phone, and you won't have to worry about looking for a YouTube link. So then what we're going to be able to do is say, what I always say, and there's a reason why I say this, is I say, can you see why I'm so excited? I'm shaking my head yes, even if we're on the phone, because physiology comes across, right? And I have a smile on my face. When I'm saying it right now, I'm saying it just like very boom, boom, boom. It's not like I would normally say it if I'm talking to someone. Is like Shane shared, well, for every person, it's a little bit different. Yes, I say the same thing, but a tiny bit different based on whoever I'm talking to make it feel normal with that conversation based on the way the conversation's going. Somebody might say, well, what do you do? Then I'm saying, I might say, well, do you know anybody who drinks coffee? And I say, yes. And I say, well, do you know anybody who likes to be happy? Yes. I share happiness 1 cup at a time, right? Saying the same thing. And they're like, 1 cup at a time? Yeah. Have you ever heard of the happy coffee everyone's talking about? No, what is that? So I just changed it up a little bit, but I'm saying the same thing. So now I say, they watch the video, I say, can you see why I'm so excited? Why do I say that? Because a guy that worked for Jim Rohn, who I met 20 years ago when I started in the industry, he said that's the first thing he says after he sends anybody to anything. And he told me 1 of 2 things. He told me that line, and he told me to go get the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing. Those 2 things were life changers for me, right? If you haven't read the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing, and it's your first year in network marketing, go get the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. It's an easy read, and it's a great book. With that being said, guys, Mel Brodsky said that line, so I've been saying it for years because it works. It's a leading question which invokes a positive response. Can you see why I'm so excited? Yes. So now you're getting a yes. Guys, in the act of sales, it's about getting multiple minor agreements, right? Before a sale is done, you normally have to get about 7 minor agreements before you get the major agreement. So why do we say this? Because when you're asking somebody, can you see why I'm so excited? And they say, yes, that's 1 agreement. Awesome. Is there anything else you need to know before you're ready to get started? They're going to tell you something. They might give you a question. Now, no matter what the question might be, what's in it? How'd you get so good looking? How'd this happen? What that, whatever. You know, it doesn't matter what the question is. You're going to say, that's a great question. I don't know. All I do know is, and you're going to share a very short story about your experience of the product. What's in it? I don't know. All I do know is I drink this stuff and I feel amazing. My energy is through the roof. Then they're gonna say, well, and then you're gonna say, my text messages keep going off and it's distracting me. I had to turn my phone over because people are messaging me. I'm looking at it and I lose where I'm going. So then what you're gonna say is you're gonna say, can you see why I'm so excited? Is there anything else you need to know? They ask a question. I don't know. All I do know is you tell a story. Let me get you on the phone with Shar. Let me get you on the phone with Ricky. Let me get you on the phone with, and you say, you got to hear their story. Not, hey, let me get them on the phone so they can close you and try to sell you on the product and put all kinds of pressure on you so where you never want to let any of your friends go through what you just went through. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is we're putting them on the phone with someone else so where they can answer all the questions so you don't have to be the expert. Because people are making a decision right then and there whether they can do what you did or not. And number 2, do they want to do what you did or not? And that's why I said don't be a weirdo, because if you're a weirdo, your friends don't want to be a weirdo. So they're not going to do things that they have to be a weirdo because you're acting like a weirdo. So you want to be normal. And that's why we want to say, hey, let me put you on the phone with such and such. They know how to answer that question better than I can, or they can answer it quicker than I can, however you want to phrase it. And then you're going to say, you got to hear their story. And then you're going to pass the ball. You know, some of the girls are calling it peek and pass. I know Shar and Robin and that whole group call it peek and pass. The dudes, we talk football or basketball, and we're like, pass the ball, dribble the ball, pass the ball. It doesn't really matter to us what you say. Just pass the ball. Pass the call. Whatever you want to have, you know, we need to pass it. So with that being said, guys, that is the system that we have used. That is the simplicity. It is so freaking easy that anybody can do it. John Canada, can you post the link where some of the scripts are? I know that I believe you have the scripts on Elapreneur 411. Would you mind posting that link for everyone? And I know, guys, many different teams have a bunch of forums and stuff they have together. If you have some cool forums and you want to share it with the team, pop it in the links down below. There's so many leaders on this call. Guys, there's so many people that you can learn from. When you get on these Saturday morning trainings, there's different leaders that do these Saturday morning trainings. And they're not all the exact same. There might be little variations that are a little bit different that one person's doing over another person. We have people that are incredible at social media and attraction marketing. Don't listen to me when it comes to that stuff. Listen to those people. Well, other people might have a little bit. connect with whoever's personality you connect with, so where you're not a weirdo, and do what they're doing. It might be just little variations where you feel more like them. Copy what they're doing. We're not here to say, oh, you got to do it like I'm doing it. No, we're all doing the same thing, just a little bit different based on personalities, because we don't want to be weirdos. With that being said, guys, I've talked entirely too long. I'm going to open it up to leaders for them to add any insights or anything else that they want to go over. So over to you, leaders, and please have this be like a quiet time where nobody says anything. John Canada, you about to talk?
No, I actually got an incoming call. I hit the wrong button. My bad.
I'm talking to mute. Ann posted the Elapreneur 411 that John Canada put together. There's a lot of cool scripts. Hey, John, is the normal script there where it says, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's talking about and all that? You're muted. Can't hear you. Or Ann.
I don't think that specific one is there. If it's not, we'll clean it up and post it tonight.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. So with that being said, guys, you don't want me to write it because it'll really sound weird. I can say it, but when I go to write stuff, it doesn't come across anything like the way that I said it. So I will write something and send it over to somebody that is smarter than me and can fix it. Gavin, I know you had a bunch of cool stuff. Did you have any scripts on anything that you wanted to share?
Only thing I'll add, and I think this for me is working for me and a lot of people on my team. So I do a lot of attraction marketing, obviously, and then because I don't like to blast happy coffee out there. You want people coming to you because they're joining you for you, not for your product at the end of the day. So what I do when people come to me and ask about it is I'll send them a voice message, or I'll use the, hey, have you heard of the happy coffee everybody's talking about? That's a generic question I think everybody should ask. And then, they're going to say what they're going to say. And I usually pop a voice message and I go, hey, this stuff is amazing. Both products that you're going to want are only $80 per month. That's with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's going to give you the full experience. You're going to absolutely love it. Or I can hook you up with a sample pack, which is the shareables, obviously now, for $10. And when you give people the ultimatum, that's going to, for those of you out there that are like, well, how do you sell samples and not do it for free? You don't give them an option. And I mean, you can do it however you want. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. And you'll find that when you do that and you use the selling point as there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, a lot of people they're going to do math in their head. They're going to go, okay, 2 days for 10, 30 days for 80. What makes more sense? They're going to go just right for being a customer. So I don't know, that might help some of you out there that want to actually sell your samples, because if you're selling the samples, whether they convert to a customer or not, you're going to get back all your money on your shareable. A lot of people, when you ask them that, they're like, well, how much does it cost to be a distributor? I mean, the conversation will just escalate very, very quickly when you're just direct right to the point. And the reason I make people pay, it's not really because I want the money back. It's because they value it a lot more. And it doesn't just sit on their countertop. They actually drink it and try it and have an experience. So that's kind of the script I'm running. I don't even, I think scripts, my opinion, they work if you have no idea what you're doing. But I think it's important to know that, like, everybody on here has, you're a beautiful person. You have gifts to talk to people. So, like, throw your own personality and put your own spin into it or onto it, and just figure out what works for you. But you just don't want to talk about the product. I think that's the main point. You just want to keep it, do you drink coffee? Have you heard of the happy coffee? And then go right for it. So that's my...
Perfect. Great advice. Also, I want y'all to pay attention to some language that he used in there. And this is something I want you to remember. Anytime someone asks you how much it is, and Gavin said this, 2 words. It's really easy. And put this before you say any numbers. It's only. Subconsciously, what that's doing, oh, it's only $5,000. Oh, it's only 5,000. It's totally different when you say it's only versus it's $5,000. Guys, we don't have anything $5,000, but do you get my point? So it depends on what you're talking about. If we're talking about Lamborghini, it's only $5,000. That's a big deal, right? We're talking about coffee and Xanthamax and feeling absolutely amazing, and it's only $80. It boils down to, $1.33 a serving for each. So, we're talking about $266. It's only $266 a day, $80 a month. It's a no-brainer. And that's why everyone jumps on board and becomes a customer. That's another tool, social proof. That's why everyone, right? That's why we say that's what everyone's talking about. So, Marcy Cavanaugh, let's call you out on this bad boy, since I see you there and your pictures popped up.
Yes.
What goods you're going to share with the team tonight?
Oh gosh.
On the spot, it's okay.
And I'll come on camera, but I look horrible. I haven't felt good today. Everything is so good. Just to add to it's only, I feel that way. It's the least expensive product I've ever shared. So that passion comes across whenever I tell them, I'm proud of our price. So, that does make a difference in how they view. And, so hold on, I got a call. So sorry. But yeah, just everything y'all said, it sounded good. I don't really have anything to add.
That's okay. I needed to call you.
Marcy, you shared something with me yesterday that's absolutely changing my business and my team's business. And if you don't share that on the team Zoom, I'm going to cry.
Okay, no, I will. I was going to share it on a leader Zoom to teach their teams, because I don't think it's something that needs to be every single person needs to do, because it needs to be in a bigger setting. So maybe I can teach all the leaders, and then the leaders can kind of take it to their teams that direction. Because I feel like if we go over that here, then everybody's going to go do it. So,
all right.
Anyway, but yeah, I will pass on some nuggets that we're doing that I passed on to Gavin yesterday, and but we will have a leader Zoom soon, and we'll share.
Why is she not wanting to share with the whole team right now? Because there's some people that might
because
in their business, and she doesn't.
Well, no. Well, I'll share what it is. We're doing a customer group, but it needs to be done on a leader's setting. Not Team Rise is way too big to do it. It needs to be broken down.
Yeah.
We have 2 different customer groups within my team as well, so it needs to be broken down a smaller setting, but it doesn't need to be so small that every single promoter needs their own customer group, because it doesn't need to be only that promoter sharing. It needs to be lots of voices in there talking. And that is how my team is blowing up. It is a secret group. It is not a public group. It's not a closed group. It is a secret group to where every single person in the group has to be added by someone. And then we are all sharing in the responsibility of the adminning the group and answering questions and encouraging our customers to share their experiences on the product. And so we're just adding our friends list, adding anybody that we talk to. We're just adding them to the group, because you invite them, and Facebook has it to where they're invited to a group. So we don't talk to them first. We're just adding people in there. And there's over 7,000 people in my group, and new people that are coming in, they're adding 20, 30, 40, 50 people into the group, and then getting orders immediately before they've even gotten their kits. And so, because it's more validation than just the promoter, it's validation from all of those customers that have nothing in it from them buying. And so it just gives an incredible amount of validation. And people are signing up every day. Now this month, and this is all Tony Garcia. I know she's not on here, but this is all her. She has a group, she's doing this, and this is how she's blown up her business. But this month, we're also giving a free 30-day of whatever they're drinking, whether it be coffee or chocolate, to the customers. And what we're doing is if they tag their testimony, whether it be they've only had a sample, I mean, we know they feel something on the first day. So if they just have a sample or if they've been on it for the 6 months, if they post on their timeline and tag their promoter in the post, and then they screen and tell their testimony and, you know, about it, then they screenshot that and put it in the customer group, in my contest thread, then that's an entry to win, and they can do it as many times as they want to this month, to win. But number one, that's getting fresh eyes on Happy Coffee. That's new friends list, you know, that's their friends. But like Tony had somebody on her team do this the other night, and the girl had zero interest in selling or promoting this. She was done with network marketing, and she had 127 comments. So guess what she did? She signed up. So I know there's been 2 that's had just an incredible amount of comments, and all they were trying to do was help their promoter. So it's really working. And but like I said, I don't think just a new person coming in needs to start a group like that, because then they're going to be the only one talking. When you get a lot of people in there, they're posting every day and different testimonies.
Great stuff. For somebody that didn't have anything to share, that was a lot of good info. So,
Hush.
well, I know if I bring you on board, you always have the goods. Guys, I learn from Marcy all the time. Her leadership style is amazing. And the great part about this entire organization is that we have so many different types of leaders. So we have like every strength you can imagine in this leadership group, where everyone has a different type of strength, a different style of leadership. And there's so much that we can all learn from each other. I learn different things from different leaders all of the time. I don't see Ricky on the call. I know that we had that call and he had a lot of other stuff done. I was making sure that I hit all the updates. Any other leaders want to share anything before we close out? I would have called Shar and Robin on, but I'm not seeing them on now. It looked like they were traveling. Anyone else want to share before we close?
Really bad.
Y'all are back?
We just and out. I don't know if you can even hear us.
Ken, you look really cool in your glasses, by the way.
I would just kind of piggyback off of Gavin, like, go outside so you guys can hear me a little better. I would just piggyback off of Gavin, you know, about the making sure if you charge them for a sample or whatever, like, they're going to value it more. They're more likely to just not let it sit on the counter. Definitely you want to market yourself, not just the product, you know. That's mainly what I do. I always try to, like, post pictures of me traveling or doing different things, so people are like, what do you do for a living, you know? How do you get to always go out and do stuff? And then that kind of just, I'm just like, well, do you drink coffee? You know, so I try to market myself more than I market the product.
Smart. Awesome. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to share before we close out? Char always has the good nuggets. Did Robin want to share anything, or she looks like she's wearing her sunglasses at night? It's not night.
Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear us half the time because we keep getting out of service.
Yeah, we can hear you right now.
We can't see you. The screen's fly. I think your phone's hot. No, I'm just going to say real quick, Marcy, what she was saying, we're doing the same thing with our customer group and giving away product this month. It's something we're excited about. Having your customers tag, you know, the promoter, great, all that stuff. We're doing the same thing, and I think it all works really well. And I'm losing you guys.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to close out. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing. Last thing, I think I mentioned this in the beginning, but if I didn't, I'm going to mention it again. Marcy had set up a page on the Team Rise page, or not a page, but it's a post that says, If you have a shipping issue or this issue, click on this tab, and it will send a live Google form to Janine, and it's in a folder that she has right now where it's being prioritized, where they have a rep that is doing nothing but going through all of those posts and making sure that these corrections are being taken care of. I'm in the belief that most of our challenges are over, but if we do not have an update saying, hey, it's over, we won't know for 5 more days. So with that being said, if you have not done so, but if you've already given the information to one of your diamonds and above, then do not listen to what I'm saying. But if there has not been a Google form done, make sure that you're sharing or going on that tab and filling out your information so where that can be taken care of. And I believe that is it. So, John Stevens, I see you have your hand up. Is that
Hey, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a quick question, and you might have said this. I'm sorry, I had a call I had to take. Have they said when they're going to update the dates, the scheduled dates for the SOS? You know, we got the one coming. When are they going to?
So the SOS trainings are being changed to Saturdays. So we're going to be doing Super Saturdays. We're going to be traveling around to different markets doing. So if you've already paid for an SOS training, that will be refunded. Do not call customer service about that because we don't know how that's going to work yet. That will be announced. But there is an event already set up in Missouri. This is under the make sure I get everybody. This is under the new format that Larry Thompson had suggested. So just to let you know, there will be a change in SOS trainings. It's going to be one-day trainings instead of the 2-day. Instead of it being $199, it's going to be between $20 and free. So that's where
my question is for the SOS events that are posted on elepreneurevents.com. So none of those dates are going to happen now. They're going to be switched to Saturday. Is that what you're saying?
That the dates are going to be the same, but they'll probably be a one-day event. So it'll be a Saturday event, a Super Saturday.
Okay.
And do not post that or share that as of yet until the company announces it, please. So I shared that early on the call. But yes, if you're good, please don't go out and post that on social media or share that all over the place because it hasn't been announced by the company as of yet. I just know that that's the case, and we're giving you all information prior to it actually coming out. If it's shared, we can't give information before. So appreciate that. John Stevens, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Well, it's not a question. I just wanted to say what I shared in Marcy's page, and I've shared it with my team before, and it's helped me, is if I send out a sample and I'll follow up with them twice over like a 3-day period, and if they haven't tried that sample yet, I simply ask them to mail them back because I value that sample, and there's people that are waiting on it. And so 9 times out of 10, they go ahead and jump on it and they make an order. So, but I would probably shift maybe towards selling them for like $5. You know, that would put some value on it too.
Yep. Thank you so much, guys. All right. With that being said, it's 7:58. We're almost an hour here. I'm going to close out the call. Everybody have a fantastic day, evening, and talk to you guys next Monday. Appreciate you all. Just want to say how much gratitude that we have for everyone on this team. You do matter. You do count. You are significant to us, and you do add value to the team, whether you know it or not. So with that being said, we believe in you all, and let's go out there and have the most amazing month we ever have. The shipping is going out now, like when someone new orders, we're not having all the same challenges. I've asked this over and over. Are you sure we can say that? And they're saying that, yes, all the orders that have been coming in recently everything is going through smooth and we're not having those challenges that we were having before.
Hey,
So-
Chris, on that, I ordered Saturday and got it today.
Well, that just goes to show you that things are on the upswing. Hallelujah, thank God. So praise the Lord, we're over all the craziness. But I want to say that. All right, guys, everybody have an awesome night. Thank you so much, everyone that gave value to tonight's call. Again, this is your call. It's not our call. It's for you to take ownership of, just like you take ownership in the company. So everyone have a great night. Talk to you all next Monday.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, team.